Hi everyone, I'm back today with an all-level slow yoga practice that focuses on standing poses. So if you're a beginner, is this for you? Absolutely. I'll still be giving some prop support, some modifications. If you're brand new, you might want to check out the beginner standing poses video that I posted earlier just to get your alignment in those standing poses, because I'm going to give a few less alignment cues in our flow just because it's a little bit faster paced. We will be using some props, like I said. So we're going to be using our yoga belt. Again, as I've said in other videos, you don't have to have an official yoga belt, yoga strap. You can use a variety of things around the house or just your hands. We're going to be using, or I'm going to be using some yoga blocks. Now, if you don't have yoga blocks, or if you prefer, you can use a chair, as long as it's not on wheels, or even the edge of the couch. So I have my couch here. We're going to be using the blocks mostly when we come into our lunge. So instead of bringing our hands down to the blocks, you can bring it down onto your couch or the seat of a chair in front of you. I have my blanket for comfort under the knees. Otherwise, that's all we're going to use. Have a little bit of space. Let's get going. We're going to begin lying down for this practice. So I have my folded blanket under my head and I have my yoga strap nearby. You can have the legs bent or straight to begin, just letting the back body really settle into the floor. Hands might rest on the belly. Just taking a few moments to let the body rest. Noticing which parts of your body might be holding on to some tension. So those shoulders are a good place to check in with, the hands and the feet, the face and the jaw. Softening into any tight areas you come across, letting those muscles relax. Taking a moment to focus in on your breath. Slow and deep inhales through the nose and exhales through the nose. Taking a moment to find a steady rhythm of breath here that you can work with throughout our practice. With your next exhale, let's hug our right knee up and in toward the belly. Pausing here. One more breath, hugging that knee in. And then, reaching for your yoga strap, loop it around the sole of the foot, closer up to the toes. Reach the foot up toward the ceiling, straightening through your right knee. Remembering to reach up through that right heel so you get the good stretch targeted at the back of the leg. We're also going to straighten our left leg out here, if that feels okay. If not, keep the knee bent. Breathe. If that left leg is straight, make sure it's engaged. So don't let it relax completely. Let's take one more breath here. And then we're bringing both ends of the belt into our right hand, and I'm reaching that right hand up as though I'm trying to reach for the right foot. Left arm can come down onto the floor. we're going to exhale to open our right leg out to the right. So just as open as it feels good. The middle of the belt hitting the floor distracted me. So you want to open that right leg until you feel a good stretch through the right inner right leg. My left leg is still extending, especially to keep that left hip into the floor here. Keep breathing, relax the shoulders. Inhale to bring the right foot up to center. Pause here, switch hands on the belt. So now my left hand holds both ends of the belt. My right hand comes down to the floor. As you exhale, we're taking that right foot toward the left, but just past the midline of our body. So it's about, 8 inches, let's say. Just a little bit, keeping the heel reaching up toward the ceiling. So you don't want that foot to drop closer to the floor. And I feel this stretch all the way up through the outer part of my leg and my hip. It's actually quite an intense stretch. So you really want to keep reaching up through the heel. One more breath. Inhale to bring the right foot to center. Release the foot from the belt. Take a moment. Let the legs relax. Bend the knees once again. We're repeating all of that on the other side. Exhale, left knee hugs in. Pause. The strap around the sole of the left foot, reaching it up toward the ceiling. Left heel reaches up toward the ceiling. Right leg stretches out along the floor, reaching through the right heel as well. Breathe. Both ends of the belt. Move into that left hand. Remember to stretch your left arm up like you're reaching for your left foot. Right hand can come down onto the floor, exhaling to open that left leg out to the left. Right leg is extending to keep that right hip grounded. And breathe. Inhale to bring the foot back to center. Right hand holds both ends of the belt, left hand to the floor. Still reaching up through that left heel. Moving your left leg toward the right, just past the midline of the body. Breathing into that stretch. Inhale, take the foot back to center, release it from the belt. Let the leg stretch out. Belt can move off to the side, just pause. Bend the knees. Roll to your side. And lift yourself all the way back up to a tabletop position. I'm going to slide that blanket under my knees. Lining the wrists up under the shoulders. Fingers are spread. Starting with your neutral spine. Working with some cat and cow. Deep inhale to start. Exhale to round the spine into cat. Looking back toward the knees. Inhaling to arch through the spine, reach the hips up, look. Move with your breath. Exhaling to round. Inhale to arch. And consciously link the breath and the movement here. Bringing the spine back to a neutral position. Walk those hands so the wrists come ahead of the shoulders. You might turn the fingers out a little toward the corners of the mat. Getting ready for downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Curl the toes. Press through the hands. Lift all the way up and back into your downward dog. You might walk it out a little bit here, pedaling the feet, bending one knee at a time. One more breath. And then inhale, walk those feet toward the hands, hands toward the feet. We're going to keep our feet hip distance apart. Little bend in the knees, let those arms hang or grasp opposite elbows. Neck is soft, head is reaching toward the floor as we come into a passive forward bend, a ragdoll. From here, slowly start to firm through the legs. Roll yourself all the way up to a standing position. Reaching for your blocks. Or setting your chair up at the front of your mat. Blocks come to either side of the mat, ready for your hands. I'm going to keep my folded blanket here so that when we come into our lunge, I have padding. If it's easier, you can take the blanket or towel off your mat. Standing up toward the front of your mat near the blocks in mountain pose Tadasana. Deep inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. If your hands don't reach the floor, we have those blocks there. So you can bring your hands to the blocks or of course to your chair. Let the neck soften, head moves down. Full breath. And then we're going to bend our right knee, step our left leg all the way back to come into our lunge. Once your left foot is stepped back, lower your back knee, your left knee down to the floor as well. I'm going to slide my blocks and my hands back. We want our chest lifted, shoulders back, spine is long, and just like in our other standing poses, we want the knee and the ankle to line up here. My hips are releasing forward. As I inhale, I'm going to reach the arms all the way up. Shoulders slide down away from the ears. Keep breathing. Exhale, take the hands back to the blocks. Curl your back toes under, lift that back knee up, and step your back foot forward, folding. Inhale to come all the way up. Exhale, hands can slide to your heart or arms can relax beside you. Other side, inhale. Exhale to fold. Hands to the blocks, the floor, the chair. Bend your left knee. Take your right foot all the way back. Lower the right knee down onto the mat to come into your lunge. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted, spine is tall. Inhale, arms extend all the way up. Maybe shifting the gaze up toward the ceiling. That's going to challenge the balance a little bit more. So press down into the top of the back foot to help with your stability here. Exhale, take the hands back down to the blocks, the floor, the chair. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee, and step the back foot forward. Fold. Inhale to come all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause. From here, I'm going to move the blanket off my mat because we're not going to need it for our standing poses. It will just get in the way. Still having those blocks down. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Hands to the blocks or the chair. Coming into a raised leg lunge next. So bend your right knee, take your left foot all the way back, but this time we're keeping our back knee lifted up off the floor. So important, right knee and ankle line up. Also important, our back leg is strong, so stretch back through the back heel. Think of lifting your back thigh bone up toward the ceiling. Still keeping the chest tall, shoulders down. Breathe. We're moving from our lunge into our other standing poses. So you're going to start by pivoting on that back toe to plant your back heel. Take a peek. Those two heels should line up more or less. We're going to lift up first through the left arm and then the right to come into warrior two. So shoulders are relaxed, arms are at shoulder height. Back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Front knee and ankle line up. Breathe. One more breath here in our warrior. And then, as you exhale, we're side bending. Take the right elbow to the right thigh. Reach the left arm up and over into your extended side angle. Stretching through those top fingers and rooting down through that back foot, through the baby toe edge of that back foot. Keep breathing. Gaze might turn up toward the ceiling for your last breath. Into our triangle from here. Left arm stretches straight up to the ceiling. Straighten through your right leg and bring your right hand either down to rest on the shin, not pressure, or you have your block there. You can take your right hand to your block behind your right leg. Try to stack the shoulders. Chest is open. Gaze can be up, forward, or down, depending on the neck. Keep breathing. As you exhale, bend into that right knee. Take the hands to the blocks, the chair, or the floor. Come up onto those back toes. We're back in our lunge. We're going to take a little rest because either it's very hot in my house or doing yoga on camera makes me nervous because I'm a little sweaty. So we're going to take a little rest. Drop the back knee. Slide your front knee back. Let's take a little child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Let's rest. Alright, I think that cooled me down. I don't usually get this sweaty when I'm teaching in person. Okay, let's come back into our flow. So, bring those knees under the hips. We're going to move through a downward dog since we're down here on the floor. Curl the toes, lift the hips up. Big deep breath. And then let's walk the feet toward the hands, hands toward the feet. Find our forward fold. And then inhale to come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, side two for all of those standing poses. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Starting with that raised leg lunge on the left side. Left knee bends, right leg steps back. Knee and ankle line up, back leg is strong. Chest is lifted, shoulders are back. Breathe. All right, we're pivoting on our back toes to plant our back heels to get ready to come into our warrior two. Since I'm going to be backwards, you guys come all the way up into your warrior two and I'll meet you there. Lifting up through the right arm and then the left. Left knee is bent, deeply lining the knee with the ankle. Back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Still learning these videos, guys. Relax the shoulders, arms out. Also learning the editing, so I'm not a pro enough to edit that part out. So you get to see all my bloopers. Keep breathing. Gaze is over those left fingers, shoulders are relaxed. One more breath here. Exhale to side bend. Bringing the left elbow to the left thigh, right arm sweeps up and over, reaching over the head toward the short edge of your rectangle mat. Gaze might turn up toward the ceiling. Inhale into your triangle pose, reaching that right arm straight up to the sky, straighten through the left leg. Hand can come to the block or the leg. Stack the shoulders, chest is lifted and open. Gaze might turn up toward the top hand. Come forward or down. As you exhale, bend into your left knee. Bring your hands back down onto the blocks. Come up onto those back toes. Once again, let's lower through the back knee. Slide the front knee back and take a child's pose, just so that we're even on both sides. Inhale to roll up from your child's pose. Untuck the legs, stretch them out in front of you. Just take a moment sitting here, breathe, feel into the lower body, the upper body. And then we're going to make our way down to lying with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. We're starting to cool it down. I'm going to place my blanket under my head again because I want to be comfy. Blocks are out of the way. Once I'm lying down, just taking a couple of deep breaths here. Feel the body, feel the breath. Notice if anything has changed since the beginning of our time together. Hopefully the changes are for the better. All right, let's stretch out those hips with thread the needle. Right foot lifting up, crossing over outer right ankle, top of the left thigh, right knee opens. Staying here if that's enough of a stretch, or bring those legs in. Hands or belt behind the left thigh. Breathe into your stretch. Exhale to release. Uncross the right leg, pause, let the hips rebalance. Left leg comes up, crosses over, open the knee. Hug the legs in. Exhale to release. Both knees hug in. Little rock and roll side to side. You might know what's coming next. Our reclined twist to bring out all the leftover tension in the body. Arms relax onto the floor, palms up, Arms out at shoulder height. Knees are dropping to the left first. We have our blocks out, so if you'd like to slide your blocks under the thighs, go for it. That's if the knees don't make it to the floor on their own. Just softening into the twist with every exhale. Inhale those knees back up to center. Exhale to the other side. Up to center. One more hug of those knees in. And now it's time for Shavasana, our final relaxation. For our Shavasana today, as always, you can have the legs straight if that's comfortable. Otherwise, just keep the knees bent to support the lower back. Wherever the legs are, the arms rest beside you, turning the palms up to the ceiling so the shoulders can roll open. I'm going to end the video here, but you're in your own home, so you can stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. Let the body completely relax. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.